Welcome to the first episode of the Great Tech Debate. 4 guests, weekly show. Each person brings a topic to the table to debate about. All right, let's get started. Mike Petro. Mike, what's your debate topic this week?
Yeah, I don't know if you want to make this all about Apple versus the rest of the world. We can either do iPhones versus other smartphones, or we can do iPods versus other MP3 players.
Let's do iPhones versus other smartphones.
Okay.
Eric, you're Mac versus PC, right?
I'm Mac versus anything.
Okay. Eric, we're going to get to later. We're going to build up to that. Right now, the debate topic is iPhone versus any other kind of smartphone?
Well, other smartphones.
Okay.
Let's just say Trios, Blackberries, etc.
All right, well, what do you have to say about that?
Well, I'm not going to come off as an iPhone hater off the bat. I think it's a pretty cool device. However, I do think it's severely overhyped and it has its shortcomings now. I know you have one, and a couple of my friends have them as well, and they're fun to play around with. However, I have a Trio. I've had a Trio since the 650, then I went to the 700, then I have the 755. And I mean, to me, other than the fact if you can get over the the big screen and the gyroscope that's built into it, I think my phone's more powerful than the iPhone.
Okay.
Can I say something about that?
Yeah.
If you take the iPhone and you take away the touch, and if you forget everything else, you take away the touch, no one would want it. And if you take away the Apple symbol in the back, no one would want it. In fact, if you took away the Apple symbol in the back, no one would want it. The only reason anyone wants it is because it's got the Apple symbol and it looks good, and that's pretty much it.
Okay, you could say that, but that's like so unfounded. You're not talking about the power. You're not talking about what the phone can do. You're just saying there's an Apple symbol on it. Well, what's your reasoning behind that?
Well, listen, I don't care if the phone's powerful or not. Maybe it is. I don't know. But be honest, Steve. If that didn't have the Apple symbol on it, didn't have touchscreen, would you want it? Would most people want it?
Yes, and I'm going to tell you why. Because there's a lot of great things I think are good about it. It's really powerful. The graphics are incredible. It's an awesome gaming platform. The phone is cool. It's a touchscreen. It has a gyroscope. It can do a million things. But my biggest gripe is the keyboard. I don't like my iPhone. I'm going to be straight up. My fingers are too big. I can't type anything on the keyboard. And when that G phone comes out, whatever it's called, the G1 comes out this month or next month, I'm going to buy it. But as far as the power, I mean, if it had a slide-out keyboard, I'd love it. But as far as the power of the thing, it's powerful as hell. I don't know how you can say it's nobody would buy it if it didn't have the Apple symbol on it.
I don't think anyone would. Well, not anybody, but it would be much less popular if it didn't have the Apple symbol on there.
Well, what do you like then? What kind of phone do you like?
I like a phone where I can make calls on. I don't need a phone that does anything else.
Well, okay.
And my phone, this is my phone. It makes calls, and I don't even know what the model is. It makes calls, and that's it.
So you could say the same thing about a BlackBerry then?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have.
So you don't like smartphones?
I could see where some people would use them, but I don't really need one. I don't need a smartphone. But I agree with what Mike said, is that they are overhyped, and everyone before the iPhone came out, how much attention was paid to smartphones? Not much.
Because they sucked.
Well, here's the thing. Now, this debate would be completely dominated if we were still in the first generation iPhone stage. Since the second generation came out, there have been a lot of improvements that, the App Store, things like that. However, to me, a phone that can't do simple things like receive pictures through text messaging and even copy and paste, that just seems like a major drawback to me. Now, when Steve Jobs, announced the iPhone, he said, the iPhone is 3 things. It's an iPod, a phone, and an internet communication device. Now, what does that mean, an internet communication device? I can get online? He tried to give it some fancy appliance name to impress people when really any phone that can get online can be an internet communication device. Now, what defines that? You can text message? You can get on a website?
No, that's not. That's not what he said. He said there's full internet. Now, name any other phone besides a Nokia N800 that could give you full internet.
How's the flash work on there, Steve?
There is no flash.
Oh, well, no flash. I thought it was full internet. I thought everything. All of a sudden,
I will admit the iPhone does render websites very nicely. However, you have to look at the network it's on. It's on AT&T's network, which is garbage. I mean,
I agree.
I I know people, like whenever I talk to you, sometimes you're always choppy. I hear a lot of complaints like from
That's
other
because
people.
of my apartment, I think.
Any phone sucks that's on AT&T. I know because I have AT&T.
I think you know what?
So do I.
I'm a Sprint fan. I like their coverage. I think they have a good network, a good back end. If the iPhone was on Sprint, I'd probably highly consider it. However, I'm more debating the fact that everybody thinks that this iPhone is the greatest thing to ever hit the earth. When there's things that you can't even do on it that are very common.
Steve D'Amico, what do you think about this?
AT&T is the major drawback to cut and paste. I mean, I don't know. I don't have one, so I don't know how bad that is. But the App Store, huge thing. I mean, do you ever see these people using Pandora on the iPhone? I mean, that is so cool.
I agree. It's like having a radio in your car.
Oh yeah.
I can do that on my Trio though. I can set up a Jinzora music library on my computer at home. I can connect into my computer and I can listen to anything on my MP3 collection through my Trio, through Sprint's network. I mean, for everything, Apple, in my opinion, they just give everything like this fancy name and a hype. And you name what you can do on your iPhone, I can name what I can do on my Trio, and I'll name things that I can do on my Trio that you can't do on your iPhone.
Okay, well, let me just say something here real quick. I'm willing to bet that none of the people here who are bashing Apple products have owned an Apple product for an extended period of time in the last 2 years.
I've never owned an Apple product in my life, and I never will.
Okay, well, there you go.
I have.
There you go.
I've owned Apple products, but not recently.
Not recently. I just got into Apple about 2 years ago. And I use them. I have 2 on my desk right now. They never crash. Okay, we're getting into Apple versus PC already. But Apple products are more than just. What's wrong with having a sleek product? What's wrong with having a product that looks nice?
Well, there's nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with having a sleek product, but the problem is that Apple is all sleek and actual usability comes second or third.
How could you know you don't use them?
I've seen them. I've seen the ads.
You've seen the ads. Oh,
I've used them.
right there.
I've used them, and I will say that Poppy River is an amazing game for
Poppy Jump. Poppy Jump is the game.
Well, there's a whole bunch of the Poppy series, and the Brain Teaser game. I enjoy that too.
You know what? You know why Poppy River is such a crap game? Because Apple didn't make it.
No, I'm not saying it's a crap game. I actually like to play it. I think it's pretty fun.
That's a great game for the bathroom, I think.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the fact that you could spin the phone around, I mean, there's some cool technology. I just don't understand. Why can't, you copy and paste? Why can't, if I send you a text message with a phone number, of course it recognizes the phone number and you can click on it, but why, say I wanted to translate that text message to another text message, I can't just copy that text and paste it over? It just doesn't make sense. Why doesn't the phone have a camcorder? For